A new wave of games is hitting Steam between February 17th and 28th, and we've got the best ones lined up for you. Whether you're into fast-paced action, deep strategy, or immersive RPGs, there's something for everyone. Stick around as we break down the most exciting upcoming releases. Let's get started! The OG Cake Factory is a first-person horror game where you must bake cakes to survive. You wake up in a giant cake factory with no memory of how you got there. At first, you just follow orders and bake cakes. But soon you realize you are trapped in a strange world controlled by a crazy chef. Your goal is to finish all 7 cake orders before he catches you. The longer you take, the faster he moves. Each cake you complete slows him down, giving you more time. You can also explore the factory to find clues about the truth and unlock one of 2 endings. If you don't like being chased, Safe Orders mode lets you play with 4 different difficulty levels. In No Sin, you explore a dark and creepy house where a scary legend comes to life. The No Sin Man is watching, hiding in the shadows. As you move through the house, you find strange people, hidden secrets, and clues about the truth behind the horror. Each time you play, the house changes. New rooms, new dangers, and new endings to discover. The game mixes real photos with pixel art to create a weird and unsettling world. Mini-City Mayhem is a fast city-building game where every second counts. As the new mayor, your job is to turn a small town into a big city by placing buildings, making roads, and managing resources before time runs out. The game has different modes for all kinds of players. Mayhem mode is all about speed and build fast and keep your people happy. Zen mode lets you take your time with a limited number of blocks. Sandbox mode gives you full freedom to build however you like. You can also try Square Stack and Crane mode, where you must carefully stack and balance buildings. Build your city on real and fantasy maps, with famous landmarks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Galata Tower, and the Statue of Liberty. In Cinema Simulator 2025, you run your own movie theater. Start with a small cinema and grow into a big business. Pick the best movies and set showtimes to bring in more customers. But running a theater is not easy. Some people may smoke or try to record movies. Stop them fast or others will get upset. If needed, you can even slap troublemakers. Snacks are important too. Sell fresh popcorn and cold drinks to keep customers happy. As your cinema grows, hire staff to help and make your theater the best in town. A new expansion pack for Ranch Simulator is coming up. In this expansion, you can build and run more than one ranch on a huge new map. Play alone or with friends, work together, or compete to see who can make the best ranch. Start with a small car, some tools, and a little money. Raise animals, grow crops, hunt, and train horses to grow your ranch. There are 6 new vehicles like a muscle car, truck, and tractor. But be careful, pumas now roam the wild. Sodaman is a fast action game where you fight huge alien swarms using soda powers. Long ago, Entity XX caused the soda-cocalypse, making most sodas go flat. Now you must find the last fizzy ones and bring back their power. Mix 7 soda colors to make strong attacks. Pick your weapons, find the best combos, and upgrade your cyber body with over 30 special parts. Collect power-up cards to become even stronger. Between battles, rest in your spaceship, meet new friends, and explore the world of Sodaman. Ultimate Freeriding is a new skiing game where you can explore endless snowy mountains. You can do tricks for a high score or just enjoy the ride. Every mountain is different because the game creates new ones each time. 2 developers from Norway made this game. It has easy controls, different camera views, and a Zen mode for a calm ride. Gunforged is an upcoming fantasy roguelite shooter where you build powerful guns and fight endless enemies. Each run, you create a new gun using random parts. Change how fast it shoots, how much damage it does, and how far it can reach. Add special runes to make bullets explode into gold, bounce off walls, or create pillars when enemies die. After each wave, choose strong abilities. Call down lightning, get help from blood brothers, or turn stamina into health. Pick the right upgrades to make the best build. Battle waves of enemies and defeat 6 powerful bosses. Fight through 3 arenas, each with harder challenges. Earn gold in every run to unlock upgrades like more health, better weapons, or even a loot goblin to collect rewards. Next up is Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, a new story game from the creators of Life is Strange. In the summer of 1995, 4 high school friends start a punk band and make great memories. But one event changes their lives forever. 27 years later, they must face a dark secret that made them stop talking. In Abbey, you build your own monastery and brew beer. There are no set recipes, just experiment with over 20 different beer styles. You can change things like mash temperature and ingredients to create your own drinks. Build parts of your monastery like living spaces, breweries, and cold cellars to store beer. Take care of your monks and make sure they have enough good beer to stay happy. You also need to protect your abbey from bandits, impress the lords, and work with other abbeys. Never Second in Rome is a turn-based game where you play as a Roman centurion in Julius Caesar's army. The story starts just before the Gallic War, when a new governor arrives in your province. This event will change Rome's future. You lead a small group of soldiers in a new legion. Your job is to train yourself and your soldiers, pick your staff, and lead your century in battles based on real history. The game uses turn-based combat. You control both your character and your soldiers. The game also has text events where your choices and skills affect what happens next. In Microtopia, you control a colony of robot ants in a world full of electronic waste. Your job is to help your ants grow and expand. Start by placing your queen and setting up trails for your ants to follow. These trails will guide them to gather resources, make goods, and feed the queen. As you play, you can upgrade your ants into different types, like flying ants, digger ants, and inventor ants to help the colony. Explore new islands and find different biomes with more resources. Use a tech tree to unlock new features and make your colony stronger. Your goal is to reproduce. Collect enough resources to build new queens and send them out to start new colonies. Avowed is a first-person action RPG set in the world of Eora from Pillars of Eternity. In the game, you will play as an envoy from Ader, sent to investigate a plague spreading across the living lands. As you explore the island, you will uncover an ancient secret that could destroy everything. Will you be able to save the island and your soul? The living lands will be full of different areas, each with its environment. The island will feel strange, but somehow like it's calling to you for help. In Avowed, you will be able to use a mix of swords, spells, guns, and shields to fight. You can freeze, trap, or burn enemies with magic, bash them with a shield, or attack from a distance with a bow. In Unbridled, that horse game, you can create your own horse and take care of it. You can groom, feed, and train your horse to get better at riding, try horseback archery, or make obstacle courses to train your horse. Earn money by working jobs like wood chopping or mining. Visit Old Town to meet people and buy things. You can also buy and sell horses to grow your herd. The game is still in early access, so more things will come soon, like competitions, western riding, and breeding horses. In Cabin Crew Life Simulator, you play as a flight attendant working on different planes and airports around the world. You start with small planes and move up to bigger ones. Your job is to keep passengers safe and happy. You clean the cabins, serve food and drinks, and help passengers with anything they need. You also handle emergencies like fires, sickness, or evacuations. After each flight, you can use your tips to buy new uniforms or beauty products to look better. You can also sell extra items to make more money. As you get better, you can hire and train other flight attendants. If they don't do well, you can remove them from the team. Do your job well, stay focused, and become the best flight attendant in the world. In Cinnabunny, you play as a young bunny trying to save your family. A drought has hit your home, and your mother sends you to find a new place to live. You find Sugar Creek Burrows, a nice place for your family. But before you can bring them there, you need to run a bakery and earn enough carrots. You will bake breads, pies, and cookies using ingredients like berries and spices. You can farm, forage, and mine to find the ingredients. As you make new recipes, you can share them with the village buns to make friends. You can also go bird watching with birdoculars. There are over 30 birds to find. Look for them at different times of day, in different seasons, and in different weather. There are also recyclobots to catch. These robots were made to clean up litter, but now they are out of control. Use a net gun to catch them. The King of Fighters 13 global match brings 2D fighting back, now with better online play. It has rollback netcode for smoother matches. There are 36 characters like Nest Style, Kiyori, and Mr. Karate. You can play online in 3 modes: ranked match to fight for a better rank, player match for casual fights, and friend match to challenge your friends. There are also 3 training modes: time attack to beat CPU opponents quickly, survival to fight as long as you can, and trial to practice combos. New players can learn with Rose Bernstein's guide. You can also change your profile with character colors and messages. In Stories from Seoul, you play as the security officer on the Jovian patrol ship Gundog in the year 214, 4 years after the Solar War. You are sent to check strange signals from the edge of space. What seems like an easy job turns into a fight for survival when an unknown threat attacks the crew. Explore the ship, talk to the crew, and gather clues in this retro 80s sci-fi world with point-and-click gameplay. The crew has unique personalities like the quiet Captain Bartermuse, the happy Lieutenant Commander Cassandra Quinn, and the tough Chief Mackenzie Cahays. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii takes the series to the open sea. Goro Majima wakes up on a strange island with no memory. A clever boy named Noah helps him set sail to find out who he is and search for a legendary treasure. Sail across the ocean, upgrade your ship, and gather a pirate crew. Fight on land and at sea, fire cannons, dodge attacks, and board enemy ships for close combat. Majima has 2 fighting styles. Mad Dog is fast and wild, letting him stun enemies with quick moves. Sea Dog uses 2 swords and pirate tricks to defeat foes in creative ways. Cabernet is a 2D story RPG releasing on February 20, 2025. Set in a world inspired by 19th century Eastern Europe, you play as Liza, a young vampire trying to survive among humans and powerful vampires. Each night you choose what to do: hunt for blood, explore, or form relationships. Your choices shape Liza's fate, with vampire powers that help you hide, charm, or hunt. But the more you feed, the harder it is to stay human. Unbroken is a fast-action game set in Crest's Edge. You are a hunter sent to find the traitor Nielsen, but you have only 5 full moons to complete your mission. The land is in chaos, the Feast of the Third Moon brings dangers, and the Earl's Rebellion turns people against each other. Fights are fast and brutal. Use resin oils to slow time and strike hard. The resin kick lets you launch enemies or objects as weapons. The punch-through system makes gunfights bloody and intense. The world changes as you travel. Poor areas look old and simple, while rich areas have advanced machines. Even language and clothing shift as you move forward. Blood Typers traps you in a cursed movie studio where horror films come to life. The only way to survive? Type fast. Every action in shooting, running, or opening doors is done by typing words. Enemies have hit words, and if you're too slow, you die. Explore large, randomly made maps based on classic horror movies. Search for supplies and make tough choices. Take extra ammo or food. Play alone or with up to 3 friends. Stay close to hear them, or their voices will fade away. With different difficulty levels, Blood Typers is for all skill levels, but one typo could mean death. BrokenLore is a horror game set in Kirasame Mura, a misty village trapped in a curse. You play as Naomi Montgomery, a musician hoping for success, but instead, she finds herself in a nightmare. The village is haunted by Gasharakuro, a giant skeleton made from lost souls. As Naomi explores, she uncovers the truth about a hidden temple and a tragic past that keeps the village trapped. The village changes as you play, like a maze that never stays the same. With a mix of real and low poly graphics, BrokenLore Low tells a story about fear, failure, and escape. Die in the Dungeon is a turn-based roguelite where you fight using dice instead of cards. You play as a brave frog, battling through a dungeon full of enemies. Each die has a different action, like attacking, healing, or boosting your power. You can upgrade and combine dice to make them stronger. Along the way, you'll find relics that help you, but some have risks. Every run is different, with new enemies, surprises, and choices. Think carefully, use your dice wisely, and see how far you can go before you die in the dungeon. In Cats Hidden in Japan, journey through beautifully hand-drawn Japanese landscapes from serene gardens to bustling markets as you search for 100 cleverly hidden cats. Click each cat you find, use hints if needed, or test your skills in timer mode to climb the leaderboard. With a soothing soundtrack and charming Easter eggs to discover, this cozy hidden object adventure invites you to relax and explore. Ninja 5.0 is coming to Steam. Play as Joe Osugi, a detective with ninja powers, and stop dangerous criminals. Fight through bank heists, hijackings, and other crimes using ninjutsu moves, a sword, and a grappling hook. Face powerful Mad Mask bosses who will challenge your skills. The game includes different ninja attacks, a time trial mode, and new features like saving anytime and a rewind option to fix mistakes. In BlueCloud Summit, you climb high above the clouds to find a hidden gateway. Along the way, you battle strong enemies, collect powerful relics, and build your deck with over 400 unique cards. With 6 elemental types, you can play fast and aggressive, or save up mana for big combos. Unlike other deck-building games, you explore a hexagonal world, choosing your own path. Every choice matters. Will you reach the top, or will you fall before the summit? Japan brings back old Yu-Gi-Oh games from the early days of dueling. Some of these games have never been released outside Japan before. Play classic RPGs and card battles with characters from the original anime. Duel players online in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 4. Battle of Great Duelists, with more games getting online play after launch. Customize your game by unlocking hidden characters and cards, changing controls, and removing limits like deck capacity and duelist level. Use the rewind function to go back or speed up battles. Save any time and continue where you left off. Galactic Civilizations 4, Tales of the Arnor, tells the story of an ancient, lost civilization. As their secrets are uncovered, players will learn how the Arnor shaped the galaxy and its many species. Strange new anomalies appear across space, offering rare rewards and surprises. Exploring them can help your civilization grow and unlock new events. In the late game, major crisis events will challenge your leadership. These events are tied to the Arnor's unfinished projects, and your choices will decide the future of your empire. A new cybernetic tech tree adds special upgrades, new ship parts, and unique events for high-tech civilizations. FACEMINER is a dystopian clicker game set in 1999. You start as a small worker, sorting faces by hand. As you upgrade, you build a powerful AI that collects and sells biometric data. As your business grows, you will unlock new tools, automate tasks, and expand your reach. But running a data empire is not easy. High electricity costs, broken cooling systems, and shady rules can cause trouble. You'll also read secret emails and learn the dark truth behind Fascinator. PGA Tour 2K25 brings a better golf experience with new features and improved graphics. Play in big tournaments like the US Open Championship, the Open Championship, and the PGA Championship for the first time. My Career Mode has more ways to upgrade your golfer, and Seasons Mode lets you play at your own speed. Enjoy better ball physics, new shot types, and online play with friends on any platform. Create your own course with easier design tools. Monster Hunter Wilds takes you to the Forbidden Lands, a dangerous place that is always changing. The weather shifts, and monsters must adapt to survive. During times of plenty, food is easy to find, but in fallow and inclemency, monsters become more aggressive and hunt in groups. The story follows a team sent to explore after a boy named Nata escapes from a monster that destroyed his village. As a hunter, your job is to track and defeat powerful monsters. You will use their parts to make better weapons and armor while uncovering the connection between the land, its people, and the creatures that live there. Fire and Steel adds 4 new battle groups to Company of Heroes 3, each with different ways to fight in multiplayer and co-op skirmishes. Weapons team support helps you hold key areas using 0.5 cal machine guns and powerful Black Dragon howitzer strikes. The Cavalry Battle Group brings fast and strong units, including assault half-tracks, 3-inch anti-tank guns, and the heavy M26 Pershing tank. Terror tactics make enemies panic and retreat with the loud Stuka Jericho trumpet, field interrogations, and deadly V1 rocket strikes. If you prefer raw power, weapon superiority gives you the King Tiger, a massive tank that crushes anything in its way. For aggressive attacks, Shock Assault sends in Canadian shock sections and incendiary weapons like the Churchill Crocodile to burn enemy positions. If defense is your plan, stalling tactics use roadblocks, mines, and strongholds to slow the enemy down. When the time is right, the Elephant Tank Destroyer and Tank Busters will strike hard. No matter your style, Fire and Steel lets you command the battle your way. Cage of Roses is a gothic romance set in 19th century Germany. Maki comes from a noble family that has lost its wealth. Her parents want her to marry a rich man, Walter Gerhardt, but she does not love him. On the way to Walter's home, bandits attack. Maki's parents are killed, but she escapes with her maid, Henrike. They run into a dark forest and find an old castle hidden among the trees. Inside, they meet Magdalena. She looks kind, but hides a terrible secret. She is a vampire. Now that Maki is in her castle, she may never leave. And that's a wrap for the upcoming Steam games. Let me know in the comments which games you're most excited about. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.